Hello folks, my name's David Edgar. I'm the host of Heart and Hand, the Rangers podcast, and I'm joining you tonight to discuss Rangers' fantastic 1-0 victory over Braga in Portugal, which has saw us through to the last 16 of the Europa League, a campaign that started on July the 10th, will continue into March of 2020. Isn't that amazing? This team, they will take years off you. Jekyll and Hyde did nothing on this particular Rangers team. We can't beat bottom of the table Hearts. We lose to Kilmarnock away after being a goal up. We can't beat St Johnstone despite having the league. And then, we take on a really slick and really good Braga side and beat them twice. It's football bloody hell, as somebody once said. Look, it was just an extraordinarily good Rangers performance. And I think that the manager and the team deserve a bit of praise because they've had a lot of criticism, deservedly so in my opinion, but they deserve praise tonight. That's surely how it works if they do well. And tonight I thought the manager got his decision spot on. George Edmondson came in for Niko Katic, who after the weekend couldn't be surprised to be dropped. Great to have Borna Barisic back. It makes such a difference. I think the stats for when we have both Barisic and Tavernier playing are remarkable compared to when we don't. And then in midfield, Stephen Davis returned, and of course Florian Kamberi came into the side tonight to replace the suspended Alfredo Morelos. And Rangers were great. We kept Braga at a distance. Edmondson and Connor Goldson were absolute rocks at the back. And you wouldn't have believed Connor Goldson was the same player. You really wouldn't have, that you saw at the weekend. And Rangers were excellent. Braga, slick movement, slick passing, kept the ball moving. But Rangers were carving out the better opportunities early on. Florian Kamberi, that Scott Arfield sprung their high line. Pass bobbled slightly to Florian Kamberi, and I think he actually did well to keep the shot down, but the keeper made a good stop. Then later on in the half, Ryan Kent had an opportunity that he absolutely should have buried. And at this stage, there was a wee bit of worry, a wee bit of concern of maybe, have we seen this movie before sort of thing. But Rangers kept going and looked as though we had been awarded an absolute gift when from a corner the ball bounced up, the Braga defender handled it. Stonewall penalty kick, VAR's in operation, it agreed. And up stepped Yanis Hadji, yet another person trying to end Rangers' penalty curse. And even the wonderful Yanis Hadji couldn't. Look, it was a decent hit, a great save by the Braga goalkeeper, but that's the 6 out of 10 penalties that we've missed this season. I don't. Alan McGregor next. I mean, the gaffer said he'll have a go at them if it keeps up. And look, at half time, you could have been forgiven for thinking, I know this film. Yeah, I know the ending to this. Play really well, courageous, glorious defeat, all that kind of nonsense. Nah, not a bit of it. Rangers came out in the second half and just kept doing what they'd been doing. And then a delicious goal. Yanis Hadji with a wonderful through ball over the top. And there was Ryan Kent, who, brilliant first touch, and then smashed it past the goalkeeper, outpaced the defender and smashed it past the keeper for 1-0. I think Braga were spooked by that defeat last week because they were looking at each other and, you could tell that how the hell are we behind in this tie? After an hour last week, they had the tie won. And yet here they were needing 2 goals inside the last half an hour against a side they'd barely mustered a shot against on the night. And Rangers just continued to hold out, looked dangerous on the break. And we didn't have a failure tonight. We didn't have anyone. I thought it was less than 7 out of 10. I thought it was just a terrific team performance all in. A couple of times in the first half we gave the ball away unnecessarily, but we actually stopped it in the second. And see if you can bring some of that form into the domestic games, Rangers. That'll be fantastic. It's a massive achievement for the club again to have done this. The way Europe is set up, it's set up to keep teams like us out. They don't make us play 116 qualifying rounds because they want us at this stage. It's basically supposed to just be clubs from the top 5 leagues, so it's a fantastic achievement for Rangers to have gotten where we've gotten. Of course, there's been a lot of disappointment about our league performances, and one thing that I've seen a lot this week is you may have seen a plethora of WhatsApp messages pertaining to come from people in the know of all sorts of things about stuff that happened in Dubai, about the managers lost the dressing room. My favourite one was there's a gang of 7 players that are causing mayhem and then 8 players were named. These are written by half-witted Sevcoholics with nothing better to do with their lives. These are the reason these people are 36, live with their parents and aren't allowed within 200 yards of a school. Ignore it, it's not true. Did that look like a team that wasn't playing for its manager tonight? It's a simpler thing. It's that they are underdogs in Europe, and as Ryan Kent said, they're more comfortable in that. They're not good at handling the expectation in the domestic game. Now, they'll have to, it's their job, but even so, I don't think that anyone should give any credence to this nonsense rumour. It's the modern equivalent, the WhatsApp message of a taxi driver told me. Just take it with a pinch of salt. So, on to Tynecastle on Saturday. Crucial game. The joy of this result will go out the window if we don't get a result at Tynecastle on Saturday. But the team have got to apply the same sort of commitment and desire and fight against Hearts as they did against Braga tonight. Just go out and play the same way. Or Stevie G, just tell them it's a European game. Will you? So who in the next round? Well, I'd love a crack at Man United or Arsenal, if I'm being honest. Strangely, I wouldn't necessarily fancy us against Wolves, but look, at the end of the day, whoever we get will be the favourites to defeat us, but they won't want to play us. They won't want to come to Ibrox, and they certainly know that Rangers are more than capable of going there and causing a bit of damage. So bring it on. Can't wait, and I'll talk to you again on Saturday. To catch up though with all the latest news from Rangers, then please just come to our Patreon. It's patreon.com/Heart and Hand. Just $1.99 per month, and you'll get tons of great content. Never have to listen to the biased mainstream media again. So until Saturday, have a great week, and I'll talk to you then. Take care. Bye bye.